The next tab is Pictures and Videos. Directly from the home screen, the user can view their entire album. Just like the All People shortcut, you can scroll up and down and view your pictures. If you tap a picture, it'll take it into the full screen mode. We've got to lift the device up here, but you can see the accelerometer, and it's changing the picture as we turn the device. If we tap on the picture, you can see the controls come up down on the bottom, where we can email it or just go back. We can also launch the camera and camcorder from here. Next is the Music tab. Similar to the pictures, the albums show up here. We can hit play and the music begins playing. As we flick down, we'll go through different songs. And if it's a new album, you can see the new album comes up. It's a pretty slick interface, but has some significant shortcomings, which we'll show later. Next tab is Weather. This is really one of those cool wow factor animations. As you can see, we get the animated lightning, and now the windshield wiper comes off to wash the screen off. The user can set up to 10 cities, and there are different animations for all types of weather. Next tab is Settings. This is basically just a reskin version of the Windows Mobile settings, and it's watered down. These are the most used settings here. You can see we have sync data, sound, wallpaper, communications, data, and about. We can tap all settings and go into the Windows Mobile interface to access any of the settings of the device. The last tab we have is Programs. This is just a simple program launcher. There's 9 per page, and the user has 2 pages. Again, just drag it to slide up and slide down. TouchFLO 3D is a wonderful plugin. It acts as an almost autonomous environment, and to be quite honest, it's on par with Apple's iPhone experience. It's extremely straightforward, and we're quite positive that we can give it to almost anybody, and most users would be able to pick it up and start using with very little to no questions. We wish it delved a little bit deeper into the device. We're not a huge fan of the Windows Mobile environment. It's powerful, but can be clunky. Hopefully in future devices, HTC will develop TouchFLO 3D more to cover up more of Windows. If HTC is going to take on Apple, what they need to do is create a rich multimedia experience. It's a lot better than what we saw the first time around. However, the music player is still lacking. It's not the easiest program to use. From the home screen, you can see that we have the tracks here. Hit play, and the songs are going to play. Flip up and down, and you move back and forth between tracks. If we launch the library here, we'll see it set up similar to the main screen. Again, dragging across the bottom, we can see songs are sorted by album, artists, playlists, all songs, genre, and composers. And there's also a purchase music option. Let's scroll back to albums. Now, let's say we just want to play all these albums straight in a row, starting with closing time. If we click on closing time, what we actually have to do is launch a song. And as you can see, there are no other albums here. It's simply the single album. Now, of course, we can create a playlist to get around this, but we're not a big fan of this. For comparison's sake, let's head over to Windows Media Player and see how they handle it, which is a little bit better. Here we're in the Windows Media Player library. If we go to My Music, All Music, and tap on All 55 again, we'll see that we're going to launch not only that song, but everything's going to play in order for this album. So right now we're scrolling through Tom Waits' Closing Time, and then the next album in alphabetical order, and so on and so forth. We wish HTC would integrate a solution like this, or better yet, have something like CoverFlow, where you can actually scroll through all your different albums directly from the home screen, tap on the album, and launch the playlist from there. Thankfully, HTC's video player is a lot better. Let's go ahead and launch it here. They call it Album, which is nice and simple. Here we're going to find all the pictures and videos. As we scroll down, we'll find a video here at the end. It's automatically going to move into full screen mode, and as you can see, there are controls. Simply tap the screen, and similar to the iPhone and iPod Touch, the controls pop up. It's a very straightforward, simple user interface that we love. Another iPhone-esque application that we're going to see is going to be the YouTube player. Hop over to the Programs tab and launch this. This is almost identical to what we found on the iPhone, and it's great to see it on Windows Mobile as well. As it loads here, you'll see that there are 4 tabs: All Videos, Bookmarks, History, and Search. Going back to the All Videos, you can see that it's got a Most Viewed category, a Top Rated category, and a Featured category. Let's head over to our bookmarks and see what we have. Here we have videos that we like. We can tap on the icon, on the eye icon there, and pull up the information. And here we can bookmark it and unbookmark it. Going into search, we can find videos that we like. Let's search for Little Dragon here. Tap on search, and it's going to return a number of results. One of the nice things that we'll see in a second is it tells us approximately how many results there actually are. For something like this, we're going to get a less than 1,000, so there's a pretty decent amount. If we search for something like skateboarding dog, however, there's probably going to be several. We can simply tap on it to launch the player. Again, it goes into full screen mode. We're connecting to YouTube here, and again, you can see the on-screen controls. Once the video launches, it's going to have these controls disappear, and tapping the screen will bring them back. Of course, since we're in the US here, we don't have 3G data, and we're running on a Wi-Fi network. We have had users report that they've had edge issues with AT&T, so it seems that T-Mobile might be the better bet if you're planning to import the Diamond before the US version comes out. This video is loading a bit slower than we normally see it load. Typically it's pretty quick. As you can see, the video is loading here. Like we said, tap on the screen and we get the controls. We can switch between full screen and small screen mode, although I'm not sure why you would want to go with small screen. Again, tap back, and we're back to the YouTube.